Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Let's get into it. I'm Kenyatta. This will be a reading from the Hoodoo Tarot deck. The title of this reading is The Grim Reaper. For thousands of years, various cultures have had figures to represent death. One of the most common and enduring of these is the Grim Reaper, usually a skeletal figure who is often shrouded in a dark hooded robe and carrying a scythe to reap human souls. The Grim Reaper. So, one night, I'm laying in my bed. This is while I'm, dealing with this this flu. And I have a vision of a figure that looked like the Grim Reaper. So, when you ain't feeling well, you know what I'm saying? That's like when I used to do chaplaincy at Cleveland Clinic. I was a chaplain resident. I went to seminary. And one of the programs they had for seminarians was from the ACPE, Association for Clinical Pastoral Education. So I did my chaplaincy internship, which was just a summer-long program when I first graduated in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay. I think it was at Georgia. Was it Georgia Baptist? I can't remember. I think so. But anyway, that was just for the summer. Many moons later, did I finish that program? I didn't finish that program. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It was just very boring for me. Okay. And I was like, I can't, and it didn't hardly pay shit. But I mean, it's not supposed, or did that pay at all? Some of them don't pay. I think the internship doesn't pay. Yeah, the internship doesn't pay. At least this was back then. Okay. But nevertheless, many moons later, I did the residency. And the residency is when you work in a hospital for a year. And there are a group of people. So I think if I remember correctly, there were 8 of us. Let me see. Me, Corliss, that brother, Taisuk, her. I think there was 6 of us. Oh, 7 of us. 7 of us in all. From different parts, of the country, whatever. And I was here in Cleveland, so I applied for, you have to apply for like regular, job and everything. Okay. And I was either the very first person that got accepted for that upcoming year, or I was the very last person that got accepted for that upcoming year. I can't remember. But anyway, I actually had a good time. Okay. We had fun with very interesting group of people. Okay. And it was fun. But anyway, I had noticed, and we had, you just a chaplain, but we had group work as well, where we had to do a lot of group work and, getting each other's heads and why you do this, why you act like that, that type of thing. Okay. But anyway, but with those hours that we weren't doing that, we had floors that we worked and we was on call. Okay. Now, when I did it at in Atlanta, the internship, the aspect that I enjoyed was I worked in the with the babies in the infirmary and the women that were, on the floors that just had babies. Well, they didn't have that at Cleveland Clinic, but that whole thing is a story in and of itself. Okay, but at Cleveland Clinic they didn't have that. But Cleveland Clinic is a kind of hospital, because it is, I believe it probably still is, one of the top hospitals in the nation. At the time, it was number 2 hospital in the nation. Okay. The first one was, y'all help me, the one in Baltimore, Johns Hopkins. Okay. And I had an interview at Johns Hopkins to be a chaplain, but I didn't get that job. But anyway, and that was coming up upon the end of my residency at Cleveland Clinic. But one thing that was interesting, with Cleveland Clinic being one of the top hospitals, okay, Cleveland Clinic, they have their VIP floor, and they have, even besides, so they have a lot of, like kind of royalty, very wealthy people and whatnot that come there. You wouldn't even know that they're there. All right. Kings and queens and shit. Okay. From other nations and nations you ain't ever heard of and whatnot, because of the type of hospital that it is. It's a research hospital, if I understand that correctly. I believe so. Okay. But they have, the nations, worlds and whatnot, top surgeons, and they cover areas of health or whatever you want to call it that, you can't find in a lot of places. So when people have these certain illnesses and whatnot, and their doctors like, ain't shit else we could do, they will refer them, to go to Cleveland Clinic. So I did meet a lot of patients like that who were from other places, depending on what their situation was, where they couldn't get any more help where they were. But one thing that I found was interesting, my very first call, to a room, I was nervous as shit. I was like, I don't know what to say to these people, okay? Because I was brought on and hired by the head of the pastoral care department, who, when he hired me, I guess I don't know if you want to say we were hired, but okay, for that residency, it was his last year. So he brought us on, he hired us. Well, no, he selected us. That'd probably be the right terminology for the program for the following year, but it was his last year. So there was a new person coming on. And the new supervisor, or not supervisor, well, he was our supervisor, but he was the head of the department. He was completely new. He was not from Cleveland, okay? He was from Detroit, but he was coming from San Francisco. Very different culturally, okay? Okay, but anyway, this was an older white guy, okay? He changed the name of the department from pastoral care to spiritual care, because pastoral care will only gives you the idea of it, the care coming from a Christian perspective. There were Christian chaplains there. We were not the only chaplains there. They were hired chaplains. Well, there was a hired chaplain, and the chaplain that came, she was new, okay? But there was also chaplains that were on board from various other religions, all right? But, we still had to cover the floors as chaplains. And he felt that the terminology pastoral care is not broad. It only covers, work coming from a Christian perspective. Now, he's coming from San Francisco, okay? And he had a Christian background. But his thing was, hey, we have to be able to offer care to everybody, regardless of what your religion is. Don't nobody want to be, in other words, he would tell us, don't nobody want to be up in there laying on their deathbed or whatever, or they sick and they scared and shit, and you coming at them telling them they need to be this and they need to be that, according to your Christian perspective, and you reading about the Bible to them, when that may not be the perspective that they're coming from, and you are the only person who can give them the care. It needs to be broad. So they allowed him to change the name to the spiritual care department, and it holds that title to this day. And because I did, my daughter is 17. I did that program when she was 1. So that was 16 years ago. The group that I worked with, they were very innovative. There was one of the chaplain residents, his name was Steve. He was coming from Chicago. He was part of the LGBTQ community. I don't know if I covered all the letters. If I didn't, please forgive me, but he was part of that community. They didn't have the added on letters back then, okay? But he was part of that community. He was a vegetarian. Well, he would go into the cafeteria and be like, there's nothing here for me to eat. Just tip a salad, okay, or rice. It's like, come on now. This man was a cook, bar none, okay? He would make some of the best shit and bring it in and give us some. It was so fucking good, all right? They allowed him to go into the kitchen, because they were very open to us. I don't know if they were open to us just because they would have done that for anybody, or if it was because of the new man who was the supervisor, Dennis. His name was Dennis Kinney. Okay. And, him talking to them and saying, hey, we got to give them more to do. They have a lot to offer. Okay. And but nevertheless, they allowed him to go into the kitchen and teach the the cooks how to make some really good vegetarian dishes. And they started doing that shit. They started implementing it, you know, on their menus, some of the foods that he taught them how to make. So anyway, my thing, a perspective that I offered was when someone would, and I experienced this in Atlanta too when I did the internship. Now, when I worked in Atlanta and did that internship, there was a lot of death that I witnessed. Okay, was first eyewitness to. All right, and especially because we used to have to work in that emergency room. Okay, and that particular hospital in Atlanta, I forget the tiers and the levels or whatever, but they would have a lot of emergencies. So sometimes we would have to do a 24-hour call. Okay, I mean, you had to be in that hospital 24 hours, okay? And don't think you're going to fall asleep, because as soon as you fall asleep, that pager is going to go off. That was fucking torture. But I was in that emergency room all the damn time, and I saw some horrific things, okay? Some things, you know, doctors would get pissed because some things were just mishaps from people being drunk or being careless and whatnot, you know? And that would be kind of irritating, but you know, hey, this is where we live in. People are people make mistakes, people do things, whatever, you know, we have a service that we have to offer. And what I would have to do when I did it in Atlanta, I would have to, as a chaplain, I'd have to be in the room. I would have to go through the people's stuff, get out, find, you know, their driver's license, and find some kind of way, then look it up in the system. I can't remember everything. They taught me what to do, but find their contact. So I would have to call a contact for them to let them know, here, your person is here in the emergency room, you know, but I couldn't, it was only so much that I could say. Okay. And one time, I'm just going to give you just one situation. One time there was a situation where these kids, this girl had just learned how to drive. They were going to a game, I don't know, a football game or whatever. It was storming outside. The girl was driving down the wrong side of the freeway. Okay, or the street rather. Okay, whatever, the road. Okay, and they were hit by a Mack truck. It was 4 kids in that car. 3 died on DOA, dead on arrival. 1 was brought to the emergency room. Well, the child died in the emergency. I mean, these were just teenagers. I had to find the information, call their parents, and tell them, you need to come to this, you know, to the hospital. Your child is here in the emergency room. No, I cannot tell them why, except I was not legally, I could not do that. Okay. They came, the child died before they got there. But yet and still, as the chaplain, I had to sit in the room when the doctor told them that, you know, what happened. Okay. The chaplain was not allowed to tell them that their person, you know, died. Now, I was young. Okay. I was in my late 20s. Okay. And when I worked at that hospital in Atlanta, there were a lot of those types of situations. I experienced, you know, watching a lot of deaf people. There was another situation where a person begged me, not a person, a family was begging me to call the doctor. It was the middle of the night, and beg the doctor to not remove the person off life support. I you know, and it was so sad because I didn't have the authority in any way. And then they don't know that. You know, the family doesn't know that. I had no authority in any way, shape, or form to do that. And it broke my heart. You know, I told him, I can't do that. I'm not allowed to do that. You know, the doctor refused to come to the hospital. It was his final decision. I did get on the phone with the doctor, you know, and I said, you know, I know they just want me to say something to you. And thank God he was nice to me, you know, because some of them doctors, shit, you know, and he was like, you know, I can't, no. Is it, you know, and you may, I know it may sound cold listening to it, but it was what it was. Okay. In his mind, it is what it is. I'm sorry. Okay. He did explain the situation to me to an extent. Okay. And I told him, I said, there's nothing that I can do. Absolutely nothing. And I mean, just to watch this whole family just break down, you know, I was so young, you know, to me at the time, death was a part of living, and it still is, you know. I think that was the one situation. No. I didn't really cry at that. There was another situation I cried, but I ain't gonna hold y'all with all of these stories. But so when I was at Cleveland Clinic, you know, the emergency room, it was not on that same level. It was very quiet most of the time. It would just, you know, you work there 24 hours. It'd just be somebody, you know, just want you to come talk to them, you know, things like that. Same thing though. when someone died, the chaplain did not tell the family, or the loved one that your person has passed. But there was a time that this was really powerful for me. There was a family where the patient was being pulled off life support, and they wanted a chaplain in the room. I went in. My supervisor, Mr. Kenny, he wanted me to handle that situation. It wasn't my floor, but he would hand select us for various things because he knew us. He knew who we were. You know what I'm saying? How we were. So he asked me to go do it, and I did. And the room was packed with family. It was, it was just packed. And they gave me the scripture to read that they wanted to be read, and they told me exactly when to read it. It was just a powerful ritual. You know what I'm saying? It just moved me. But anyway, but the thing that I saw often, because I had to be there when the doctors had to give certain diagnoses, I had to tell them, your person died, this, that, and that. Sometimes the doctors just looked like a wreck. You understand what I'm saying? They just really looked a wreck a lot of times to me, And I told, I told one doctor one time, because I had to be there and I tell family that the person, had passed or whatever. And he handled it with so much grace. Because sometimes they didn't. I would see doctors, sometimes they didn't. They just said it and they went on about their business. And I would be like, damn, that's kind of cold. You know what I mean? But he handled it with so much grace. And I told him, and he looked at me so crazy and strange. And I told my mom, lady who raised me, because she worked there. She had been a registered nurse. She worked in the emergency room. She worked in the operating room. She knew some of the surgeons, a lot of them by name. They knew her by first name because she'd been working there, since she was a very young woman. And she said, he looked at you, she said, because most people don't talk to the doctors, they're kind of intimidated by them. And I'm like, hey, it's a person. And I just thought that he handled it so well, because I have seen some doctors just say it and then they jet, Well, what I did was I sent an email to the president of the hospital at the time. His name was, hold on, first name was Toby. Let me see if I can get this for the whole name. There it is, Toby Cosgrove. And the reason I emailed him and I told him what happened, and I told him, I said, I thought he did it with such grace and blah, blah, blah. and I did it because they told us, that to do these types of things. All right. So I did. And I told him, I said, I think it would be great if the doctors were able to have their own chaplains. Because one thing I had noticed, nurses would call for chaplains sometimes if they needed a chaplain. Simply based, if they felt they needed one, simply, could just be based off of what was happening, what they were dealing with, or there would be staff. It was not just patients that would call for a chaplain. It would be staff as well, But I noticed a doctor never did. And I suggested that. So he wanted to meet with me. I told my supervisor about it, and we all met, and I told him my idea, and I told him why, and they thought it was a great idea. I don't know that they ever implemented it. I don't think they did, but they implemented something else, okay, in kind of regards to that, okay, but I was not a part of that. But nevertheless, so what was valuable about that time there is they actually... they didn't just let us y'all just in that program. No, they actually allowed us to implement some things, in the hospital. And some of those things, as far as I know, are still there to this day. There were a couple others who made some great, strong suggestions that I work with, who were residents as well. Okay. That they implemented, even if it was just for the time being. That was so long ago. Okay, there's a new head of the department actually, and after the person who became the head of the department was when Mr. Kenny left. The person who became the head of the department was a person who was my supervisor at the hospital in Atlanta. Her name was Amy, and I cannot remember Amy's last name, but anyway, and I thought that was so interesting. But anyway, the one thing that I have found interesting about patients, I mean, because we was able to see in their chart and everything, I actually had a patient who was an atheist call for the chaplain, and I was like, huh? Why are you calling? That was just odd to me, you know? So I went, you know, we talked and discussed things. And I'm saying all that to say, not a lot of that was side note, just, you know, some of my little life experience. That to say, when I was sitting there laying down there with that flu and I saw that Grim Reaper, you'd be like, oh, Lord. You know, when you don't feel well, goddamn, okay? All right, so just like that atheist who called for the chaplain, and I was like, shit, when somebody's sick, goddamn. Because the very first call that I got, like I was saying, I didn't finish it. I was scared in the mug, okay? The very, very first call I got. I go up there, it was a whole family. Mother, father, sister, brother, okay? I can't remember which one. I think the father was the one who wasn't well. It was like the father was Hindu. The wife was a Buddhist. The son was a Christian, and the daughter was something else. They were all different. All had all different beliefs, okay? They all went their own. You can go your own way, go your own way. And that's what they did, goddamn. Okay. But here I was, it's like, I see what Mr. Kenny is saying to us, okay? You have to be able to offer some kind of spiritual care to every single person in that room, all right? So anyway, all that's a side note. Let's see what that was all about. The Grim Reaper. Because that is exactly what I saw. That the imagery, y'all know the imagery. Shit, we see it all the goddamn time. All right. So let's see. And knowing me, yes, I spoke to it. Hey. Why are you here? Motherfucker. All right, so let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Like, I just got the flu, goddamn. But though people do die from the flu. Okay. Now, I know it may be somebody out there. I wish you would go on ahead and die from the flu, bitch. Okay, but let's go on and see. Because we spoke. It spoke to me. And it went on about its motherfucking way. All right, but let's see what that visitation was all about from the Hoodoo tarot deck. I guess y'all say, yeah, she got some energy today, goddamn. All right, let me see. All right, let's get into it. Here we have the Two of Coins in reverse. Nine of Knives, upright. Three of Knives, upright. Railroad bill, upright. And here we have the Father of Coins in reverse. All right. Oh, wow. I'm hearing balance. Throw you off balance. They wanted to throw you off balance, okay? Wanted you to worry. Wanted you to be scared. Wanted you to think that, shit, it's all right here, okay? The shit is all coming to an end for you, motherfucker. Okay. Your life's about to end, bitch. All right. This is what I'm here. This is what this person, okay, so I feel like this energy was sent, okay? This is what this person wanted you to believe. This is what this person wanted you to think, okay? This is what this person wanted you to feel, okay? That your shit has come to a complete stop and a complete halt. Your life is about to be done and over with, goddamn. This is what I'm sending to you, bitch. All right. No more living for you. Okay. And I am seeing, now it may not have actually been physical living. Most definitely could have been. But the end even I am seeing here of prosperity for you. Okay. No more money coming in for you, okay? No more, I'm hearing love coming in for you. No more, life, building, growing, nothing coming in for you. And I'm here, and I'm going to make sure of it, okay? So there's someone here, okay? I'm here who wants to be in your energy, okay? The same old shit. And wants to steal you from you. They want to take all your shit, okay? They want shit to come to an end for you, okay? A complete halt. No peace and no happiness for you, okay? Even if you're not physically dead, okay? They want to make sure at least it feel like you physically dead. Okay. Okay. No fortune. Nothing fortunate coming in here for you. Okay. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Hold on, please. All right. Let's see. All right. I feel like possibly the energy that sent this to you. Hold on. This is the energy that sent this to you. Son of Baskets in reverse. Immature. Okay, so I feel like this, well, definitely. Okay, I want all your shit. I'm going to take all your shit. Okay, apparently, that is an immature state to be in, not believing that what you have and that what you've been equipped with is enough, okay, or good enough. Unproductive. Okay, so that's the limit of the productivity. Okay, because when you're doing your work and you're for yourself and working in you and blah blah blah, that's work and shit. That's all the time work. Okay, placing you in a state of being productive. But here, this energy is unproductive, undiscerning, avoiding responsibility, and here, completely detached from reality, a loafer, or just plain dumb. Okay, that word has come up. Okay, a few times. Okay, with this energy. Okay, so this is. I'm hearing like a dumb loafer, okay? Somebody who just wants to take you from you, okay? They don't want you to be prosperous, don't want you to do well, same old thing, okay? Don't want you to be empowered, okay? And I feel like, don't want you to have love, okay? Love, sex, nothing, okay, with nobody, okay? But they want you to be open and, they're hoping, okay, that you are open to this energy flowing into your life, okay, that they were sending you, okay. I'm hearing death spells, okay, but again, the death of your wherewithal, of your being, of your you, okay. Don't be nothing, don't be nobody. I'm gonna take all your shit, okay. That same type of energy over and over, constant. I'm hearing hostility. Here we have the Mother of Sticks upright, Daughter of Coins upright, and the Six of Baskets upright, okay. I feel like this person looks at you as someone, and you know who you are, you know where you're going, you're self-confident, okay, love yourself, okay, and that it's just like the confidence here that I feel like they see you having is one of almost like you just don't care, okay, like you don't have a care in the world, okay, or like, like I don't give a fuck type of an energy. Okay, and I'm here and I don't, okay, so possibly you just really don't. You understand what I'm saying? Like you're just confident in yourself, in your being, okay, just in your being alone, if nothing else, in that I'm hearing like that you have wherewithal, that they feel like you have friends, a home, a family, okay, people who care about you. Okay, I don't know why I'm hearing food to eat. Okay, food to eat, clothes to wear. Okay, things of that nature, and that all is well in your world. Okay, and that maybe you live that you have a spirit of, innocence and purity. Okay, and that people genuinely like you or care about you, okay, or want the best for you. And I also feel like this person may think that everything is golden in your life, and that is just given to you, that people just give you things, that you don't have to work for it, okay. Here we have Courting in reverse, Father of Knives in reverse, and we have Dr. Grant here in reverse, okay. Oh, excuse me. But once again, this is not the spirit and the energy that they want you to be in. Okay. I'm here. I don't want you to have love. And I'm even hearing somebody, I don't want you to have a destination. Okay. So I feel like they want you to be kind of floating. Okay. Floating around. Okay. Maybe feeling hopeless. Okay. With nothing. Okay. I'm here like, I want you to be without all the time. They got a lot of wants for you. But what about the wants for themselves? Okay, besides just wanting your shit and your wherewithal and your being. What about them? Okay. Why are they not looking at the value that is within them? okay, and wanting to pursue that, okay, and expound and expand that and make that great, you know, and turn that into what they want for themselves. Okay, why aren't they doing that? Okay, why such the emphasis on someone else? Okay, and it's just like a child saying, you know, I want what you got. You know, like what you got is better than what I got. Okay, that type of thing. Okay, until someone comes along and shows the child, let me show the value of what you have. Let me show you the value of what you have. Okay, maybe this has never been done for this person. Okay, and I don't know why. Well, I want to say I don't know why they can't do it for themselves. Okay, I don't know. All right, but they're not. This person is cruel here, opinionated, vicious, abusive, stoic, tyrannical, and stubborn. Okay, it's like no matter what you do, no matter what you say, okay, no matter what you think, no matter what you believe, no matter what you portray, etc., they just not going to believe it. Okay, they're going to believe that you know. Hold on. I'm hearing something about cruel. Okay, vicious attack. You did this to me. Okay, this is some kind of game, some kind of ploy I'm hearing. Okay, they want to try to make you believe, okay, that you actually did something, okay, to them or to their person, okay, to place them in this state of mind of recklessness. Okay, that's how the fuck you got something to do with that shit. Okay. That is basically saying that someone has control over you. Okay. But I feel as well that I'm hearing like this is a game that they're playing, but it's more a game that they're playing with themselves. Okay, they don't trust themselves. I'm hearing they don't believe in themselves and they don't believe in themselves. Okay, I'm hearing they want to lie to themselves continuously over and over again. Okay, that you wreck their world, that you cause them a problem. Okay, that you know they want to believe here that you know you have no reason to live, and I'm gonna take all your shit. Okay, hold on. But I'm hearing you have done nothing to this person, okay? But that's what they want to believe, okay? I don't know, somebody's going to help them out in the end. Help them to feel better about themselves. Help them to feel better about their losses. Help them to feel better about what they've done to you, okay? Something about exact punishment, okay? They want to exact some kind of punishment onto you. I want you to feel it. I want you to, you know, feel my pain, my sorrow, my hurt, and all of this type of thing, okay? I'm hearing like when you have done... I'm hearing something about when you've reached out to this person, okay? Hold on. I'm hearing something about to give them love and respect, but they deny it or they're in denial of it. I don't want to see that, okay? They don't want to see happiness, good times. I don't know, okay? They just want to be in this mode, okay? Hold on, please. Dr. Grant, the hermit, the verse here, Luke 5:16, but he, Jesus, will withdraw to desolate places and pray. Okay, so they damn sure don't want you to do that. Okay, don't be in any kind of place of prayer or, you know, whatever you do for your spiritual upliftment, attainment, whatever the case may be. Okay, or maintenance or whatever. They don't want you to do that. Okay. I'm hearing that they want you to fight. Okay. One of the words here is silence is golden. Okay. So if you have been silent, okay, they don't want you to be silent. Okay. They be in the world, not of it. No, they want you to be of it. Okay. They don't want you to be in your, again, that place of, I'm sorry, I was smelling like soup. Okay, tomato soup. They don't want you to be in a place of anything spiritual, any kind of spiritual enlightenment. Okay, meditate more, follow your inner voice. They don't want you to do that. Okay, they want you to be outside of yourself. Okay, and I'm hearing it in some kind of brawl with them. Okay, that they have created. I'm hearing in their own mind. Okay, I'm hearing like some made up shit, some shit that they have made up within themselves. Okay, pay more attention to your guru or special counselor. Okay, who and whatever that is. That is not the energy that they want you to be in. Okay. It's okay to take a break from him, her, them, or that to reevaluate things, okay? They don't want you, don't take no damn break. Be in this with me, okay? They want you to fight with them, okay? Where there is really no fight, there's nothing to fight, okay? This is, I'm hearing all in this person's mind. This is something they made up within themselves, okay? And they get a joy out of it. They get a kick out of it, hoping that you will come in, okay? Or come back in, okay? And be in some kind of, I keep hearing brawl, and be in some kind of brawl with them, okay? I'm hearing don't you do it, but I'm also hearing don't you believe it. Hold on. I'm asking believe what? I'm hearing their foolishness. Whatever it is, if this person is talking to you, I'm hearing they're lying to you, okay? And I'm also hearing they're spreading a lot of lies about you, okay? They want the world to know, okay? What? Hold on. That you ain't right, okay? That you ain't right, that you ain't no good, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that type of shit, okay? Whatever their injury is, I'm hearing. I think that came up in the last reading that I just did, okay? It has nothing to do with you, okay? This is the walk that they walk and the talk that they talk. And this is the walk that they're going to walk and the talk that they're going to talk for as long as they live, I'm hearing, okay? Because this is what they choose. This is the energy that they like to be in, okay? I'm hearing somebody gives them some kind of establishment. I don't know what that means. Hold on. Hold on. A life, okay? It makes them feel like they have a life, that they are actually living, that they are actually alive, okay? I'm hearing like, I matter, I'm important too, okay? But this is how they find their matter, okay? And this is how they find their importance, okay? And just being in a brawl after brawl, fight after fight with whoever and whatever they can, okay? And you're their target now, okay? And they feel like that they ain't gonna stop till their plan is complete and until they are finished doing what they set out to do to you, which was to destroy you and which is to destroy you, okay? I'm hearing that this person is going to meet their demise, okay? They've done it to you too long. I'm hearing once too long, okay? Or like one too many times. Okay, and to others, okay, because see, when they done with you, and even if it, whatever their plan is, I feel like even if it were to work, okay, and they get what they think that they're gonna get and blah blah blah, this that and other, they're going to move on to the next person. I'm hearing within a matter of days. Okay. Because this is what they live off of. So they feel like that what will actually happen, if it's actually possible, they're going to take all your shit, okay, kill you off, have you out there floating, out in the universe or whatever the fuck the case may be, okay. I got all that shit now. It's going to last for about a couple of days. They're going to throw all that shit to the side and go after the next person. See, this person does not value anything. They don't even value themselves, okay. They don't value their own life, okay, to be in the mindset to take someone else's, okay, and to feel like that they can, and to feel like something about have the property. What does that mean? Hold on. To be able to. Like they have the ability to be able to. Maybe like, hold on. Like they are God's self. Like I am in control of everything. I'm even in control of God. I tell God what to do, and God gonna do exactly what I say do. Okay. This is their belief system. Okay. I'm hearing something about they're whacked out. Okay. Not your issue, not your problem. All right. Hold on, please. They sent that Grim Reaper energy to you, okay, to cause you some mayhem and frustration, okay, wanting and thinking that it was going to undo you, your demise, your time is up. Here I is now, okay, to, CIL you, get rid of you, kill you off, all right, and take all your shit. I'm hearing backfired again, as usual. And this is the life that this person will live, okay, until they, move on, okay, they transform, okay, or transition to another realm, okay, and I'm here only to do it again, over and over and over again, until they figure themselves out, okay, and I'm also hearing from the looks of things, which will probably be never, okay, because this is the space that they're in. I'm hearing the space that they clamor in, okay, clamor, ain't that noise? I mean, this person likes to make a lot of noise, okay, just to be heard. They have to be heard, okay? They want to be heard. Well, everybody want to be heard, shit, okay? Okay, I'm here, but not like them, not like this person. This person just likes to make a lot of noise, clamor, a noisy shouting, a loud, continuous noise, okay? Insistent public expression as of support or protest. I don't have my glasses on, okay? So there you have it, okay? Continuous, loud, all the time. All right. All right, that's it. Thank you.